what if this was really what we looked like? Like, what if we had no skin and all of our muscle was just exposed like this? How beautiful, how gorgeous, how many muscles are working in our favor, you know? And I made a video yesterday. These muscles, these are just battery packs. This is how we store amino acids on our body. The muscular system is the largest endocrine organ, the largest hormone organ. Our muscle determines our optimal state of health and our longevity. So we know that as we get older, this because it's regulating our hormones. As we age, we lose the regulation of our hormones. And also, if we struggle with hormone issues like PCOS, insulin resistance, early onset dementia, really any type of dis-ease in the body, chronic illness, our muscular system is affected in some way because this is our energetic system. So muscle is battery packs. When I look at muscle, this is our immune function. If you get into an illness of some sort, right? Like we're thinking of surgery. Somebody goes for surgery. A lot of the times, start working out before. Just like with pregnancy, this is a major operation you're going to go through. Your likelihood of recovering from that surgery is increased. Of recovering well with musculature on your body. People heal better when they're younger because we have more muscle on our body. We have more collagen. Collagen is just a bunch of amino acids. So going back to why I'm biased to animal-based proteins, we're getting all the nutrients that our body needs. Creatine, taurine, zinc, iron, selenium, fatty acids too. But the muscular system is so, so beautiful. And one of the things, again, it's not your waist, it's your calf muscles. I guess this will be part 4. It's not your waist, it's your calf muscles. Look at how all the muscles in your legs. If you cut these 2 legs off, how much weight would you lose? And this is one of the coolest parts too. What I wanted to show is like just even the foot, how many muscles there are in the foot. All this goes up all through the legs, all through the back. There are so many muscles in the body to be engaged with just the simplicity of a single calf raise. Isometric contraction, if you're not familiar with an isometric contraction, it's a still contraction. So we practice this. Still contraction is one of the best ways to get your nervous system, your brain communicating really quickly with the muscle. Because a lot of times if we haven't used our musculature system, like, you go work out and you get so sore or you end up being in pain, right? It's because the body is not used to the exercise. But when you practice these isometric contractions, you can actually build the communication a lot more clearly. So when you get up on your toes while you're brushing your teeth, while you're making your coffee, while you are doing literally anything, maybe you're on your phone, right? And you just get up on your calf muscles. You're engaging all the muscles in your legs, and this is shooting up all the way. Calf muscles are one of the biggest lymphatic muscles, serving as pumps. They're the second heart. We call them the second heart. They pump all the blood flow up. And we all struggle with gravity, We all struggle with gravity. So I think this is one of the coolest things about you. Personal take, And it's so beautiful. A lot of us are starving at the cellular level. So I made a video yesterday, like simplifying nutrition. I'm so biased to animal protein because when you eat when you eat ground beef, okay, you are eating muscle. You are eating creatine, taurine, lysine, methionine. This is what our body's made of. Again, if we didn't have skin, we would just have this exposure of this musculature on our bodies. And this is a matter between life and death. The only thing keeping us alive and has been our entire life is our immune system. When our immune system becomes compromised, we have all sorts of issues that pop up. All sorts, like if I take insulin resistance and what do they say? Give an inch and they take a mile. If I take insulin resistance and I say, okay, you're pre-diabetic right now, your blood sugar's pretty high. If you keep going in this direction, it's going to manifest as diabetes type 2. If you keep going with this direction, diabetes type 2, I'm going to actually transition you to an autoimmune phase of diabetes type 1, or what they call LADA. It's a new diagnosis for these energetic diseases, okay? And then if you keep going with this autoimmune system, you're going to develop type 3 diabetes, which is Alzheimer's dementia of the brain. And before that, maybe if your system is a little bit weird, you know, you might have a stroke, or you might have a massive heart attack. You might have a seizure before this. How will this manifest, right? Mitochondrial disease. You might have cancer diagnosis, is a confusion of the immune system, right? Because we always have threats in the environment. There are always viruses, there are always cancer tumor cells, there's always toxins, heavy metals, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, everything. Our immune system, our muscle protects us. It protects us. It loves us so much. And as you can see, I am so passionate about this. Like, why be so passionate about this? It's just like, this is all involved with mental health, right? A majority of people who struggle with mental health disease, according to Dr. David Perlmutter, a lot of our mental health, anxiety and depression, the more famous mental health issues, are involved with a weird gut bacteria. Not weird is not the right word, but certain species of gut bacteria are sending signals up to the brain that is like causing confusion. This is biological confusion. So how can we clarify? I want to communicate clearly with my body. The world goes on well with clarity. Every single, like, relationships are, if you don't have clarity, like, you're confused in that relationship, there's no lack of clarity, like, it's a mess. Everything feels chaotic. You either are choosing composure or chaos. I'm either choosing cortisol or testosterone, right? And I have to have this balance. Like, every time you exercise, you're causing intentional chaos. We like controlled chaos, because afterwards I feel really, really good after I exercise, you know? My immune system, I have perturbed my immune system intentionally in order for it to have a reason to come out, protect, and clean up. Composure over chaos. But mental health is a big deal, and this is how I got into nutrition and biology. It was because I was taking an SSRI medication, serotonin reuptake inhibitor, and come to find out, I was not getting enough minerals and nutrients in my diet, and that medication was not helping me. So what I did, I said, Rachel, okay, I'm afraid. I really don't trust you right now. Okay, you be acting crazy. Okay, skin issues. We got skin issues, circulatory issues. What are we gonna do? Okay. Tryptophan, serotonin comes from the amino acid tryptophan. What is highest form of amino acid foods? Animal-based proteins, things like red meat. And you'll have to Google, you will have to be so specific, right? Because red meat has been demonized, and we've been told that it's bad for us. There's no way to digest it. It's heavy for us. Yet it contains the highest amount of nutrients, quality over quantity. So I said, Rachel, okay, we're going to start eating a bunch of eggs in the morning every single day. So I don't trust you, but I need you to get these minerals and nutrients. And then you're going to work out. You're going to go into the sunlight to help these cascades. I'm going to help these biochemical cascades break down, because my body needs help, right? Like, I'm a kinetic being. Unlike plants, like, they're just chilling. That grass, I'm staring at that grass. That plant is just chilling, okay? But we can do chemical energy just like the plants. And then we have kinetic energy, the ability to move. You're moving, you're grooving, you're in rhythm. That's so beautiful. It's so gorgeous, right? And if you don't know how to weight train, weight training is great. If you don't know how to weight train, get yourself a weighted vest and start going on walks, you know? Get yourself a walking pad. If you don't want to walk in your neighborhood, or for whatever reason, a walking pad, I bought mine, $300 on Facebook Marketplace. Make the investment. $300 on Facebook Marketplace. I can walk anytime I want to with my little weighted vest on. And walking is great for the brain. It's great for the calf muscles. It's great for the heart. Start there, if nowhere else. But how I got into this, you know, I started eating a lot more animal-based proteins at the time when I was trying to come off this SSRI medication. So I'm starting to study biochemistry, the nutrition. I'm like, well, I am severely nutrient, like I'm in a nutrient deficiency. That's why I'm getting these symptoms from my immune system. My knuckles were so dry, my lips were dry, I was having dry patches on my face, acne. I was on acne medication. So let me try this, let me experiment. And the only way for you to know, may you always be blessed with the clarity to know what is and what isn't for you. You only know if you try. And you can only figure out if something works for you with consistency. Biochemistry is consistency. Every single day we work on a circadian rhythm. If you have fallen out of your rhythm for your menstrual cycle, if you've fallen out of rhythm with your menstrual cycle, we need to be getting in these nutrients. Dr. Mindy Peltz is a great resource for any women watching this, any younger women. Dr. Mindy Peltz, so much free material on YouTube University. Look her up to start getting in line with your cycle. This is how we re-regulate everything. May you always be blessed with the clarity to know what is and what isn't meant for you. I started eating all these animal-based proteins, more of them in my diet. I found that my body, like I kept on my muscle mass. My muscle mass became a lot more easier. I was recovering from workouts quicker. If you overtrain and you are not intaking enough nutrients, you have a higher risk of getting colds, like just little colds symptoms. And I was having this. I was overtraining and not getting enough mineral density. So I was getting these colds that was lasting, upper respiratory infections that was lasting for 2 to 3 weeks, right? Why? Why is this happening? My immune system was knocking at the door saying, Rachel, please feed me. And the body gives us symptoms because the body loves us, you know. It's always in constant communication with us. So I started eating a lot more animal-based proteins and I was like, whoa. My body's changing. I'm not getting these symptoms. I'm recovering from my workouts faster. I'm sleeping better. My HRV is better. My skin, more than anything, my skin improves so much better. And then, of course, like my waist, right? When you start eating more protein, you're literally putting on muscle. This is battery packs for immune function, the autonomic nervous system, the brain, circulatory system, everything. I think it could be simple if you ask me. That's why I just feel like I'm just like regurgitating the same thing. Like I've almost made like 400 videos on here, but I feel like since I started making them, I've just been saying the same thing over and over. And so like if you just have been listening to the same thing over and over and been hanging out with me, like thanks for hanging out with me. I love being here with you. I love talking about this. Like I'm just constantly thinking about the biochemistry all the time. And going towards the light, a brighter and lighter place, feeding the mitochondria. This is the number one thing. We all have mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell. Everybody has heard about the mitochondria at this point. But what feeds the mitochondria? It's these essential amino and fatty acids. I feel like we don't call them essential just for like shits and giggles, you know? It's like you need this in order to function properly, in order to have a healthy genetic expression. So when you feed your mitochondria, which they feed through any form of heat, they love amino and fatty acids, they need them, enough lysine and methionine, sunlight, vitamin D is critical in maintaining cellular health. We need sunlight, of course, exercise, and all of this trains things like cholesterol, triglycerides. Everybody is afraid to come off the statin that they're on, but when you get in line with your mitochondria, when you get in line with your circadian rhythm, with your sunlight, your body takes care of you, and it's like effortless. Like why? Have no fear. They say in the Bible, they say 365 times, they say have no fear. Have no cortisol. Have no cortisol. Be in balance. The kingdom is within. The balance is within. Everything that you need is inside of you. And you start to rest better when you just start to nurture your body more, when you're getting in this rhythm, man. And it doesn't matter what type of workout you do, if you're not resting at night, like if you don't have this inner peace, like no amount of money or material things can give you the wealth that good rest comes with. Like inner peace is worth like trillions and trillions of dollars, you know. Just feels good to feel good. When you feel good, you feel God. That's what one of my favorite YouTube or says on her channel. But anyway, I've got to go now. I do love you so much. Like I said, may you always be blessed with the clarity to know what is and what isn't meant for you. Your intuition, your immune system, always guiding you. So listen to your symptoms and just practice one little habit can change your whole life. So anyway, I'm going to go. I wish you the best of luck.